A good realtor will spend 3 hours a day calling. This is not your typical boring real estate show. This is real estate marketing redefined, uncensored, and unedited in what's working today in the market minus the fluff. This is Real Estate Marketing Dude, because just having a license isn't enough. Now please welcome your host, the unprofessional professional, Mike Cuevas.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Marketing Dude podcast. Folks, we're going to talk about what everyone's talking about. If you're not talking about this, you should be talking about this because you're living in fucking 1965, because there's a new paradigm shift happening in the industry. And if you've been following my show for a while, you realize that that's all in content creation and videos. However, the other thing I also say on the show a lot is sort of not to create content to check a box because Tom Ferry told you to do it, but to create content that represents your brand, but also to multi-purpose that content. Today's show is going to be specifically talking about how to, what we would call, optimize your videos onto YouTube, because honestly, like, you're shooting videos, you're making content to multi-purpose it and have it work for you. What you don't want to do, and if you're doing this right now, you need to subscribe to my course, my email list, and buy all my shit because you're doing it the wrong way. Or if not, buy these guys' shit. Buy someone's shit and learn how to do it the right way. I don't care what it is, just stop doing it wrong, okay? So these guys called me last night, fucking out of nowhere, and then they scheduled the podcast today, 4 o'clock. I'm like, shit, these guys are on the ball, and I'm pretty impressed by what they've told me. So we have not even met before until here. I've talked to you guys, a total of 3 minutes, but I can tell they're legit, which is why we had them on the show. And these guys are doing 90+% of their business all off of organic YouTube because they understand search. What organic YouTube means, like, it's YouTube SEO, guys, and YouTube's a search engine, and they have different search terms. It's not quite Google, but it sort of is. And the way people search inside of YouTube is a little bit different than they search on Google, but you need to know what you're doing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our guests from the Northwest, Jackson and Jesse. Guys, what's up, dudes?
What's happening, my man?
Go ahead and please go ahead and tell our listeners. There's 2 of them, okay, guys? So we're going to do 1 and 1. Let's go ahead and identify each, and you guys could go ahead and give us a quick, brief rundown. Let's walk into this thing. Let's see what you guys are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm Jesse. I'm the man that runs the real estate side of the business, and been doing it now for just like 2.5 years. My first year I did 12 million. This year we did about 15 million, and then I brought Jackson on this year as a partner, and that's all he focuses now is 100% on video creation and content production. And
you're handling, and you're more of the face on the real estate side.
Yeah, and we brought on a buyer's agent just recently. So she's basically, it's gotten so crazy that we basically needed someone to handle all of our YouTube business. And it also allowed me to get into the social aspect and building up like the funnels and the email campaigns and working with the team on that, because that's really where we're seeing the massive growth is coming from, this whole YouTube platform.
And you guys, how long have you guys been in business, like practice? How long have you been an agent for?
I've just been 2.5 years total.
All right. 2.5 years. Like, really quick, I just want everyone, because this is going to make the rest of you guys listen to the show. How many buyer leads are you working with right now?
We have 43 active buyer leads at the moment.
Okay, 43 active buyer leads, 2 years into the business. Most real estate agents, the average agent does 6 a year. So we're like way past that. And
I just hit my 1 year mark.
You said your 1 year mark, and your first year in real estate, and you're already doing these numbers.
Well, I'm already not even doing real estate. Like, it got so busy that we found out, hey, Jesse's really damn good at real estate. I'm terrible at it, but I'm really damn good at video and YouTube. And so, yeah, we got so damn busy that I couldn't do enough videos and do all these tours. We have people in every weekend, like multiple. And we got buried. So we just kind of had to come to Jesus like, dude, okay, you take this path. I'm going to take this path. Let's make it a business. I'm 1 year into it, and I'm already worked myself out of real estate.
Wow, that's impressive. All right, well, everyone's like, so what are they doing? All right, so guys, really quick, this is not paid ads, right? We're not talking about YouTube ads. If you guys want to learn about YouTube ads, paid ads, go listen to a podcast a few podcasts ago. We have an awesome thing. We do this as a service for clients, and if you need us to run your YouTube ads, we will. We're not talking about YouTube ads. We're talking about organic YouTube. We're talking about uploading your videos to YouTube, not paying 1 freaking penny for them, but we are talking about uploading them the right way. Is that correct, guys?
100%.
All right, so we're gonna go on through it. Let me break it down, and then we'll hear it from you guys. I like to dumb things down. All right, so here's why we're uploading things on YouTube, is because YouTube is not a social media platform, guys. It's a search engine. And when you do this the right way, your videos have more opportunity to pop up for search for keywords people are typing into YouTube. And that's a great position to be in, to pop up in organic search. Now, the key is knowing how to keyword, meaning how do you put the right headline for the video? What do you write in the text? What sort of tags do you use? And that's what these guys are going to sort of walk us through today. So first off, how the fuck did you figure this out? When did you start doing videos? Because I can tell you firsthand, everybody and their mother, I could give you guys every reservation realtors have. Too fat, I'm scared, I look stupid, I don't know what I'm going to say. It's a bunch of lame excuses. You guys said the other thing. You said, and guys like this, so you guys all know, are the reason why they can jump into the market because everyone else is too damn scared to go out and do what they already did. And in 1 year, they're blowing everyone out of the water because they're going where everybody isn't. And that's YouTube, folks. So walk me through this. I want to know how you guys started this. Like, why did you say YouTube first? And we'll get into the nuts and bolts.
Yeah, we were actually both kind of like doing digital mayor style videos where we're going out and interviewing t-shirt shops, restaurants, really just trying to build that community Gary Vee style business through YouTube and video, like through Instagram and Facebook. And like Jackson, I'll tell you, I mean, that's like, those are very like fleeting moments and everybody has to build very high quality videos on those platforms. So we were kind of doing it separately on the same track. And then, you know, Jackson just had this aha moment. We're actually also doing a podcast and we're interviewing other agents and figuring out how they were building their business through social media platforms. And we kind of figured out that SEO and YouTube was a wide open playground and it was free, which we absolutely loved.
Yeah, dude, it was like literally you get told and you follow this paradigm shift of all these realtors doing the same damn thing. And it's like, you know, either look at me in my listing or my open house, or it's, hey, I'm going to do a Gary Vee. And like you said, Tom Ferry says, like, go out and interview these restaurants and shit. And like, it feels good and the restaurants love you for it because they get free marketing. But dude, we did 3 months of it and we're go-getters, dude. We did a lot of freaking interviews, dude. And guess what? Not one call, dude. Everybody loved us. It was great. And it went into Facebook and Instagram like a flash in the pan. It's there one day, it's gone the next. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm going to work myself out of real estate and have to go back to a job unless I could figure out what the hell people are finger pecking into the keyboard. And that's what I did. And I got obsessed with it. And we definitely leveraged the medium of YouTube because it's the most wide open space, period, for not only real estate, but small businesses. If you're building any kind of business, you need to be answering questions on YouTube.
Yeah, it's like less than 8% or around 8% of small businesses are on YouTube right now, which is crazy. And if you do the math,
are they doing it right?
And they're doing it right. How many agents are on YouTube? I'm sure there's a lot of agents say I'm on YouTube, but the vast majority of them don't know what to do or what type of content to create for it. Good point you make. So the digital style, let me address that because I'm going to get it lit up. When you're building the brand, you have to figure out what the hell the purpose of building videos are in the first place. One is either to build brand or lead gen. You're either going to go in two different routes on YouTube. But the brand route is like a longer term type campaign. It's what you use for past clients and all that. It's not necessarily what you would find now business with all the time. When you want to create leads, what did you guys start doing differently in the content? So you started the digital mayor strategy. You worked the relationships with business owners and all of that. But when did you switch into more of a lead gen type format?
Yeah, we kind of, we got, like I said, we were interviewing a lot of agents through our digital mayor platform and figuring out how to build business through all social media platforms. Well, then we like kind of started figuring out keyword searches and free tools in that front. So we were basically looking for topics that were searched heavily in our city, but had no competition. So we could see like cheap homes in Portland, Oregon had 10,000 videos and 100% competition, but no searches. But like cost of living in Portland, Oregon was searched, 150,000 times with zero competition. Yeah. So that's really kind of like what really got the ball rolling on getting the views to start popping and get the content drivers into our platform.
So check this out. That's totally right. I did the same thing when I first started creating content. I did it when I was still practicing in Chicago. Chicago Real Estate Dude was my site. I wrote 12 pieces of content, 12 videos in 2 weeks. I was burnt out. But I didn't do the keyword research, which means no one found them. It took me about a year of content creation and now I don't create content unless it's searched content, like for my organic stuff for that reason. Because there's really two ways to look at it, right? You either pay to play or you pop up organically. And YouTube is one of the very last platforms you could still pop up organically. But that's dwindling fast, guys. Trust me. The more content that gets on YouTube, the less it is. Like you're probably not going to rank anymore for closing costs nationally. I had that rank term when I was in Chicago. Closing costs nationally, it blew up. But it's probably going to be like Seattle closing costs, right? Or even more hyper local than that. Tell our listeners what keyword research is so they understand.
Yeah, man. So it is search engine optimization. It is actually what people are typing into the keyboard. And that's kind of what you said earlier. You know, there's difference between Google and YouTube, but at the same time, there is so many similarities. Basically, we're answering how-tos and what's. So like when you talk about closing costs and stuff, we actually found out that closing costs and we found out that inspections and the escrow process are kind of stupid videos and they waste a lot of time. They don't get searched. Whereas what is it like to live in your city? Cost of living in your city, best neighborhoods in your city, where to live in the city. Like that's what's being searched thousands and thousands and thousands of times, and there's nothing out there. And yes, people have hidden behind the blog form and written form for I don't know how many years, and there's billions of blogs, but there's zero videos. And so not only did we do that, we were like, screw this, dude. We're going boots to the ground. And we started doing the most in-depth vlogs with our own drone. We bought a drone, figured it out. Jesse did. I got the GoPro Hero 7, which is like the sickest vlogging camera ever. It's stable. We walked the streets, showed you the shops, showed you the style of homes, you know, really just put the boots to the ground. And that's really where it took off, as well as, look, it's a search engine.
Video,
people want,
they
want information. They want answers. And literally, I turn the camera on and I find out exactly what they typed in. And then I do a video exactly on that. I answer their questions. We tell them personal stories and it's just exploding. So that is what keyword research is. We found out what people want. We're answering their questions and there's nobody else doing it.
Yeah, because realistically, like when you speak about keyword research, we think of it as a big funnel, and that's the way we look at it. So everything, like if you're moving to, say, when you move from Chicago to San Diego, you're doing all this research about San Diego.
Yeah.
Then, you know, you weren't looking, if you're going to buy a house, you weren't looking at, you know, the home buying process there and all those things. So we're really trying to get the clients really at the top of funnel, which is what we do an amazing job with. Before these people are even like, we get calls all the time where they're like, I was thinking about moving to either Portland or Austin, Texas, because of you guys who are now moving to Portland. And now we just stepped in front of like Zillow, Redfin. It doesn't matter. Like
they haven't even looked at a 3-bed, 2-bath house yet. They don't even know what house they want yet.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right, because a lot of agents, we talk in realtor terms and we assume that everyone knows what the fuck that means, and none of one knows what that means.
100%.
Nobody knows what escrow is in most states. Like people don't know what escrow is, so but you're right. You have to go through, and people do search lifestyle. Let's talk about the platform that they're on, which is video, which is visual. So it makes a lot of sense, right? People are going to search more visual things. So another good way to be like the types of housing that's available. One of my videos that went really well organically was lofts for rent in Chicago. Got up to like 15 or 18,000 views. But I didn't realize I did it on accident, but I keyworded lofts for rent. That thing ended up crushing it because people want to see what a timber loft looks like, right? They just want to see the visual of it. So you could talk about, it's a lot of lifestyle. I'm looking at your channel right now. I can see the keywords and all of that.
Well, and that's the important part about YouTube too, is not only you need to figure out what people are searching, but you got to figure out your avatar. Who the hell is moving to your city? And that's what I coach a lot of our students now. It's like, dude, before we get into this keyword research, who the hell's moving to your area? I had this guy from like Colorado Springs, like, oh, we have 5 Army bases here. I'm like, oh my God, you got a fucking gold mine, dude. Like, not only do you have people moving in and all the time, but you have them leaving in 2 years. You're going to get their listings. Like, you need to be hammering all the top neighborhoods for these Army bases. And we figured it out, dude. We got a shitload of families moving here because so many tech jobs. And we also have a lot of retirees. And so we do a lot of those videos. And we are constantly talking about the pinch points and the pain points for both of those people.
Yep. I like it. Talk to me about, I haven't looked through any of the editing style. How's the edit? Are you guys just doing talking head? What are you guys doing?
No, both. Yeah. So we do a lot of vlog and then we do I found out the talking head, actually, they do get more views and they're a lot quicker. We'll get, I guess, more into this later. Now we have 3 channels. I'm doing, 9 to 12 videos a week. It's a lot of work. I'm doing all of it. But the vlog style videos definitely you need to have because it gets your personality. And these people freaking love us, dude. Like, they love how we don't take it too serious. We're laughing. We're joking. I put my kids in a lot of the videos. We're drinking beer in some of them. Like, that's how we work with the people we want.
It is all personality. It's not even as much as, like, I'm sure when people call you guys, they're come list me's because they already feel like they know you because that's what video
They think
does,
we're fucking Hollywood stars.
Yeah, it does. There's a term. I forget the name of the term, but Grant Weiss was mentioning it on a podcast. And it's the way that we're conditioned when we grew up. We grow up to idolize people that are on TV screens or on video. So that subconsciously is like ingrained into our brains. So when people see you on a video, they're automatically like, you get this sort of stardom. And I'll play a trick on you guys right now. Watch. But here's what you have to be having fun on video. So let's do this little exercise. I can make you guys think I'm a chef in 7 days. You want to know how? Fucking shit. I just have buy videos of me chopping up a bunch of vegetables, okay? But if I'm not having a good time doing it, that just means you might watch my videos, but you're not going to buy my cookbook. You're going to go to Gordon Ramsay because he's a lot more entertaining and he looks like he's having a lot more fun. So half of the battle is like you guys are hitting the content, but I guarantee you the personality is what's doing the conversion. You're getting found because I see a lot of people that'll get found, but they won't get the actual call because people, they're not being real. They're not being raw. So there is like that second part of it is like, you got to be real. And it's great that you have I could tell you guys are probably having a lot of fun with this. You're not like being too serious. You're just like, oh, fuck it, whatever. Let's go have fun. They like me, they like me. If they don't, they don't. Is that fair?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And that's the thing is like, because there's two of us, I mean, there's usually one of our personalities will definitely mesh with the buyer or, the seller regardless. And it's funny because like people don't know that they're texting into a universal line. So they might just say, hey, Jackson, or hey, Jesse, or hey, J Ray. Like, that's like, his middle name is Ray, mine's middle name's Ray, and we both have J initials, so we have this J Ray like digital icon. Yeah. So that's like, and we get it like, or like we have this thing where we say, send the pigeon carrier if you're looking to reach out, and people will be like, hey, I'm sending a pigeon carrier. Like, where are you guys at? I mean, I can pull up my messages right now. I mean, like we have like hundreds of messages in there.
Dude, and I always talk about brewskis. I love brewskis. So literally we get all these text messages like, when I get in town, we're going to have some brewskis. So these people, man, they relate to us so much. And Jesse nailed it.
Dude. 100%. I used to get duded. What's up, bro? And I'm like, Don, this is listing. I don't need a listing presentation. I'm just going to go sign the documents. Because that's half the battle, though, because ultimately no one gets in the car with anyone until they know, like, and trust them. And that's what video does, guys. It's like I can't appreciate you guys are emphasizing that, is you have to just be yourself on camera. No one has to see the video if you don't want to post it. So don't be scared shooting it for that reason. You just have to go out and do it.
I'll add one thing. One thing that really helped us too was getting away from any kind of scripting period and more storytelling. And
always.
Me and Jesse are totally different people. But the one thing, like, Jesse's born and raised in this area. I've been here for 2 years. People think I'm like, I know everything about Portland, but here's the deal. I don't, but Jesse knows it like the back of his hand. So I surprise him with questions. Hey, if you're a family of 4 moving here and you want the best schools, where are you going to move? And it just light bulb. He goes, oh, dude, you got to go to this neighborhood. I was just there, this house for sale. So I catch him off guard with incredible questions that answers those pain points. And then I decided, screw it. I'm not going to say I'm from here. I'm going to play this role that I just moved here 2 years ago, which is a true story. Yep. And I started doing, what is it like to live in Portland? Moving to Portland, my story. And I was telling about how hard it was, what I've found out in the 2 years. And dude, these people are just like, Jackson, your videos have, changed our life. Or Jesse, I can't believe how much you know of this area. And yeah, they just, I mean,
you guys are probably like, originally at front, you guys are like, you guys actually watch that?
Yeah.
They're like, what? And then it happened again. You're like, whoa, you watch that one too? And that's the thing, is you don't know when the people are watching these videos.
Well, and this goes to the, like when you said when we first got the call, like we also were doing YouTube for about a month before we ever got a phone call too, because there was like a strong thing that you have to do to actually get the phone to ring, and that's telling people to actually call you.
Yeah.
Otherwise they don't.
100%.
So we switched our call
to the business.
Yeah, we switched our call to action. Jackson's like, dude, we got to get this call to action in place. And actually one of our lenders was telling us about it. And so we did the call to action change. And on the next video that hit, bam, the phone rang for the first time.
What is your guys' call to action? What are you offering?
If you are even thinking about moving or relocating anywhere in the Portland metro, we're helping hundreds of people, and we absolutely love it. Make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send us the pigeon carrier. However you want to get a hold of us.
There you go.
We got your back when moving to the Portland metro.
Do you actually pull out a pigeon on the video?
Oh, no, I have a pigeon sound effect.
Get it? Oh, you do? If you could pull a pigeon out of your ass or something out of the video, like just pull out the most random thing and just put it out, that'd be hilarious.
Someone called us out on it, and they're like, dude, it's called a carrier pigeon. And I'm like, so one of the videos, I'm like, oh, I guess it's supposed to be carrier pigeon. And all of our like true subscribers and followers said, no, keep it pigeon carrier. It's who you guys are. Like, we have a fan base, dude, of funny. Like people who love us.
So one of the things I see with YouTube is a lot of the leads that will come off will be relocating into the area. Have you guys seen a direct correlation with that? And I want to explain why I believe that is.
100% of our business.
It's all
100% of them. 100% in, yep.
Okay. That's very interesting. It makes sense. This is why, guys, is that 60% of business or 80% of business comes from people we meet, we personally know, or have used in the past. So it's smart that you guys are focusing on relocation, because think about it. Who's a relo going to get introduced to? chances are they don't know an agent in there because they're not from the fucking market. So it makes sense. So there goes the 60% or the 12% of repeat business. They didn't buy there before, therefore they have no one to use. And then the 50+% of business each and every year closed comes from referrals. So chances are the same thing. People who are relocating in are usually 3 to 6 months, give or take. And if 72% of people use the first agent they like I could guarantee you guys this, that nobody wants to go out and search for a real estate agent. Mm-hmm. They just want to like the one they're already using. And hopefully it's the first one they find.
Yeah, the good news is we're robbing them because they'll come in. I mean, the majority of our clients, which is a fucking ton of them, love us, and they will not leave. I mean, we do not have to worry about
they
this.
won't. Plus, they feel connected to you. They trust you.
Plus, we're giving them tours. We're going so far above and beyond any realtor. But we've had so many people call us and be like, hey, we came in a couple weekends ago. We already looked at houses with a realtor, but once we got home, we started researching areas and we found your videos. We want to use you guys. Like, no brainer. We get that all the time.
Totally. That's funny. No, but that's awesome. So what I thought, I'm looking at some of your keywords. So funny.
And when they're we just closed on a house about a month ago, and the lady actually just called me last week, and she's like, "Hey, my aunt's moving here. Can you show us 2 houses?" Actually, on Thursday of this week, and they're both over $1 million. And that's the thing too this is the reason I love this platform, is because the price points are very nice. Like usually when people are relocating, it's because they have a professional job, and the price points that they're looking at in our market, our average price point's $450, but they're typically looking over that price point up into the $1 million range.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious to know what the hell would happen when you guys turn on the ads. You're finding it organically. You could really pop in on it. Have you tried it yet?
There's thoughts on that, and we did it, but dude, an ad has got to be like an unlisted video or something. We tried it, it really killed our rankings. I mean, we were starting to see our video, which now if you type anything Portland, Oregon, dude, you cannot not see us. And we fell out.
That's a good point. I see what you're saying.
Because you're getting it in front of way too many people who don't care and watch, and your watch time goes down the shitter. And I mean, I've done a lot of research on this. This is my daily job organic. If you can grow organically, there's nothing better on the planet.
100%.
Now, you can run unlisted ads maybe to get more subscribers and stuff and not hurt you, but we're going organic. It's growing at an incredibly rapid rate, and we're growing so fast, and there's no competition from other realtors. We're going into other markets. So
and actually, how much percentage of our viewer time now is all recommended videos?
Yeah, I mean, there's like 30% or something, and that's only growing because we've now told YouTube we are the go-to Portland channel. Yeah. Our videos, I mean, there's a couple of them that get 100 to 300 views a day. Now, we think of like these viral videos, millions of views on YouTube. That shit, dude, there are millions and millions and millions of videos uploaded every hour. That's so such a minor fraction of, we want that search traffic and suggested traffic, and these are all active buyers looking in our area, and the numbers are staggering. I mean, we had 280 reach outs, and we barely didn't know what we were doing for a few months. On the pace we're on now, easily over 1,000 reach outs this year on just one channel alone. That's dope. Crazy.
Yeah. So walk us through, and I don't know how much you guys want to share with our audience here. Walk us through these search terms. Honestly, it's funny because I'm looking at your page. It looks like my own channel, like a best neighborhoods to live in. Mm-hmm. What do you think people type in when they go to YouTube, dude? Like, come on. Let me just paint the consumer journey, because I just lived it. And I was going to do the same thing you were doing. I moved here 2 years ago to San Diego. I didn't know if I was going to sell real estate here, but I bought the domain, the San Diego Transplant, for that reason. And that's what I was going to do, is create content and just tell the truth. Like, I'm not a local, but who do you think I would? There's so many Midwest people that move here that I would get along with. So I would segment that. I zeroed in on it because I couldn't find anything about San Diego either. But what I did do was go onto YouTube, because I didn't even know what it looked like. Like, I was like, I want to see what the kids' schools look like. I want to see what the beach looks like. I want to see so that's why YouTube's the only visual that's why people are going on it. And you're right. The videos just they either like you or they don't. And I'm sure there's been people that don't like you guys. Talk to us about that.
Exactly. We don't want to work with them. We don't get that reach out, unfortunately. Every once in a while, you'll get some random weirdo or something, and Jesse and I are just kind of like, no, screw them. Like, right. We got 41 active buyers. Let's take care of these people. We don't want that jarhead anyway. So, yeah, man, it definitely does. And to answer your question, I give all this out. I'm addicted to it, obsessed with it. We have the YouTube Agents YouTube channel. That's me giving out everything, and then, obviously we got a course, all that shit, but it's all out there. I learned it, just by YouTube. And so, Jesse and myself have just mastered it for real estate for YouTube, getting away from those videos that don't get searched and figuring out what people search.
Yeah, if you were asking the top 5 videos, and we tell every single agent, and this is a video that we have out there, basically the top 5 videos that you must do to actually get your phone ringing. Is cost of living in your town, pros and cons of living in your town, where to live in your town, top 5 neighborhoods in your town, and 6 steps to moving to your town. But the 6 steps video is actually just a funnel into having them call you, which the day that we dropped that video, we literally had like 6 phone calls of people calling us. Like, we just watched your video and you said to call you. So here we are.
Dude, literally.
That's funny.
That video is, they're all gold mine, but that one was awesome.
So you guys are talking about lifestyle.
100%, yeah. And if you went to our channel and like put it in ascending order from best to most views down, those are going to be our top 5 viewed videos, and 2 of them I think are on a cell phone.
How are you guys handling the editing? Because I'm sure people are like, "No, I don't have an editor." If you don't, you can call us. We'll do it. But talk to us about like someone who doesn't have so much tech support, because this sounds great, right? But truth is, 90% of people, even if you led the horse to water, they're not going to drink it.
First of all, I do all the editing, and it's something I figured out. I used to be a journeyman lineman, worked on power lines. I had no idea how to do this shit. Second of all, this is a search engine and people want answers. It's more about the video. Now, as long as it's not super shaky and terrible, but they can hear you. I mean, how many times you had to change out a belt on a dryer or something in a car and it's a cell phone video and you watch the whole damn thing? Mm-hmm. It's a question that is being answered. So don't overwhelm it. Our number 1 video, cost of living in Portland, was my cell phone turned on and I got it to iMovie, which is free, and I just B-roll. Like, I just did some jump cuts and got rid of stuff where I stuttered. I stop a lot, and I do this with Jesse. Let's just stop, take a breath, restart, and just cut it out. Like, it's so easy. On that YouTube Agents channel that I built, I have a bunch of different, like, you can do it on apps, laptops, whatever. There's a bunch of different avenues to do it.
Dope.
Or hire you guys or Fiverr.
And what about, like, would you recommend an agent not having an edited video up?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you can do it in an unscripted manner, again, you need to get back to the storytelling. When you do the cost of living, yes, talk about your median home prices and that kind of stuff. But then, hey, my electric bill just came out. This is, I have a 3-bed, 2-bath. This is what I see. The gas price down the street is this. Groceries are groceries. But you talk about, hey, the daycare here is a little bit more expensive. The health costs are a little bit lower here. It's just that.
Once you get, and we talk about agents contact us all the time asking like, what video should we shoot? It's like really any topic that you're really passionate about, you wouldn't even need to have a script. So if you can get into that passionate feeling about the cost of living in your city and you have your stats there in front of you, yeah, I can definitely see you doing it unscripted.
Here's this, when I take people through like these shot sequence trainings, a lot of it is, because there's a camera in front of someone, they'll sound like a deer in headlights, right? They're like, oh shit, camera. Blah, blah.
Yeah.
Put yourself, like, take this as for advice, guys. When you guys are trying to think about a video and what you're going to actually create, and I'm going to take one of your guys's, for example. So these guys, I'm on their channel. They have a video that is going to be living in Portland, Oregon, or that's their playlist. Let me get an actual video. Let me get a
strategic playlist, keyword playlist. That's important.
Let's see. Okay, so
you can see that.
Let's just say it's living in Portland, Oregon. I'll just go ahead and do that. It looks like there's a video on there. So if somebody was asking what it's like to live in Portland, Oregon, like, why do you need a script to answer that question? You're a real estate agent. Like, you should fucking know that.
Boom.
You didn't have to think about it, right? And that's the difference between scripting is like, you guys are the experts. If somebody asks me, why should I put these videos in front of my database? Like, I know the answer to that. I don't need you to script it. I don't even need to write that down because it's what we do for a living, right? So you should have the answers from, and if the camera is just what's making you so weak in the knees that they break, dude, get over it. Like,
in this video, I'm going to teach you the cost.
You have to get over it. I mean, that's really all it is. And how much green screen are you guys using?
Now I use quite a bit. Super easy. You don't need to. You can tell that one you just clicked on, the cost of living is in a brokerage office with a TV in the background.
That's just
that's our number 1 video, and that's with a cell phone.
We have one guy we just interviewed last week for a testimonial video, and he's been doing 1 video a week in front of a copier machine in like a white office. And he closed, how many deals did he close this year?
He's closed 7, and he's got 13 active buyers doing just 1 video a week.
Yep, totally.
And he's in a little town up in like Virginia.
Yeah, and honestly, I tell people you don't need to do more than 2 a month. I mean, it depends on what your purposes are. For organic, you're going to have to do a lot of content because you're not paying to reach. But if you have the funds, you want to take the shortcut, you pay ads. I mean, it's really one or the other. You pay or you do all this SEO and then you get there organically. Just plan on it taking more time. But either way, whether you're running ads or you're just doing it organically, I think the thing that everyone should get out of this so far is like relocation, lifestyle. Focus on that, not so much on interest rates, not so much on, like, people assume you already know that, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, they're not going to search. Like, I don't need to go search which real estate agent gives the best advice on interest rates because I don't give a shit. But I do want to search. Like, I expect whoever I hire to know that.
Yep. Exactly.
Just like we expect our lenders to actually close the fucking deal. Same thing. We expect them to call the client and have good service. It's all identical.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean you should be creating content on that. It doesn't mean you shouldn't have that content up. I believe you should. But just don't count on it being like the content that's going to like make you rich.
Exactly. Yeah. Cause like a lot of those buyers are already like so far down in the funnel that are searching out that stuff. They're already probably buying or already searching, but like we actually have done videos with our lender. And now when a client contacts us, the first thing we want to do is get them on a Zoom call like we're on now. And we actually have our lender on every single call because 90% of the questions they have actually when they get on the call are all lender related. So now we've got the client built our relationship with our lender and he gets 100% of all of our clients in.
Sure.
So he's loving us.
Yep. What did you do before this?
Me, I was actually in the alcoholic beverage industry.
Selling booze?
Yeah. Selling booze.
Did you guys so talk to me about the personalities that you guys have in here. You mentioned you bring the kids in. Are you guys like partying on camera and stuff? Like, how are you being personable? Because where's the human side? There's a human side. I haven't watched any of these yet full, but there's a human side.
Originally,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Jesse.
I was going to say when we first started, 100% of our videos were vlog style. So we would do vlog. And it was always just him and I like in really fun out in the city style videos talking about everything that you're seeing there. Mm-hmm. And then we started doing like one filler video. But then like once we built the base and like we had that massive content out there, we went way towards like more like filler style videos with more green screen and informational because now we had the base built and them hooked in.
Yes, totally. They all feed off each other too.
Mm-hmm.
And the more content you have, the better it works. But I agree. We use green screen for anything information based.
Yeah,
because
and now we actually
softens it up. It makes it more entertaining.
Exactly. And now if you search, and I was just doing keyword research yesterday, and I sent in Jackson screenshots, but like if you search Portland, Oregon, we're number one suggested YouTube channel. Portland real estate, we're number one suggested. So, I mean, the list goes on now that we've got the content flowing because we do try to put out about 3 videos a week.
Damn.
Yeah, no, we do three a week for 3 channels. And yeah, dude, I a lot of the intros.
You're doing 9 videos a week. You're doing freaking 30
minimum.
Wow,
minimum. Yeah, it's full-time job. And now we're converting everything into podcasts and like we're doing Pinterest accounts. We're actually converting all these videos into blog form. Like we're going all in because it's a blue ocean, as Jesse always says. Like it's just wide open and we are going to gobble this up. But yeah, I mean, we let our personalities go, dude. Like I said, I got my kiddos in there and they're always messing around the videos. That helps personalize me. We have a ton of families moving here. Boom, that nails it. Yep. Jesse's single. We always play on that. Where's the best bars, nightlife? Where do you live if you're a young professional single?
He's got to be the guy delivering that. You can't, but you could be the guy talking about the schools. But you could have fun doing it, almost like the yin and the yang.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We are 180% out. Like it was funny. Like we were talking about like, well, Jackson, I was like, what are you doing on New Year's Eve? And he's like, I'm going to be going to a killer lunch and going to bed by 9. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm going to this party up the street. And they're going to have a couple of DJs and stuff, you know?
But you're not scared to put that out there. And that's cool.
No, not
like, that's awesome. No. Like, and that'd be great. And Happy New Year's. Well, I'm getting ready to go get hammered. This guy's going to get ready to go drink milk with his kids.
Yep, exactly.
Like, who cares? Be real. That's what people love because it's real life. Like, I trust you now. Like, I love that.
Yep.
We get a lot of the clients actually come into town. They always want to take us to lunch and buy us drinks. It's unbelievable.
I bet. Well, you guys are building an audience, and there's a major difference. But you're focusing on attention, and I love it, versus the lead generation. You focus on the attention and the entertainment part, and then it turns into attraction.
Yep.
You're not really – are you having to follow up a ton? Like, do you really have to follow and chase these people around? Or are you starting to find that you're being chased?
Oh, no, they chase us. Like, we do the Zoom – like, once they come in, we schedule the Zoom call right away. And then, usually they're about – some people call us the day of. They're like, hey, I'm in town. But usually they're coming into town within the next 2 to 3 months. I mean, we have some people that are like 1 to 2 years out. Sure. But yeah, they always tell us they're coming to town. We always wanted to get them to see some areas first, never show them houses out of the gate just because like no one's been here. So they kind of want to see the areas first. And we have a specific process now that we take them through. And then I told you we have the lender on the Zoom call. And actually the lender is the one that actually like keeps the client warm for us. And then he keeps us a data space tracker. And he's like, hey, just to let you know, these people are fully qualified now. They're ready to go here. They're looking to buy. So he actually gives us it's a great system that we have built up.
It's cool. Yeah. And it's just like you have a relocation system. We have one client that she's a West Coast gal and she left the West Coast. She's highly conservative. So she left the West Coast because she doesn't like liberal policies and that. whether you're on this side of the fence or not. But that's exactly who she targets, and it works well for her, because the people that are leaving the western states are moving into Idaho and Boise, where she's at, and they relate to her instantly because she's like making fun of and touching on the pain points that they're also experiencing. So right off the bat, absolutely. The first thing, like, she gets me.
Yep.
And that's such a powerful thing to do.
And and a lot of people might be thinking like, oh yeah, like, you don't get any listings off of this and whatnot. But the thing that we do get is we get tons of listing referrals, because everyone that's selling, where they're coming from, has to sell. And a lot of them actually tell us like, oh, I have an agent I'm working with. By the time they come here, they get in the car, they're like, hey, you said you have a channel partner in San Diego. Can you hook us up with them? And one guy in San Francisco, he's done over $6 million in listing referrals from us. And I just sent him another one. I just talked to him. He said they just signed another listing today.
I bet you San Fran's a big market for you guys. Everyone's getting out of there. I just talked to an agent from there. Same thing. He's in San Jose, and he's just like, yeah, everyone's leaving. It's crazy. That's very cool.
Here's how we word it too. We got smart with this because so many people were calling, and I actually recorded one of these live, and it's on our YouTube channel for agents. And dude, we just go, all right, you're moving here. You're gonna have to, sell your house in order to close here. Yes, I'm gonna. Okay, well, you know what? We are so good at this relocation process. We can do a same-day close, but we really need to take this under control. We have listing channel partners all across the United States. In fact, right in your market, we know the best one, even if we don't. Hey, would you like us to have him reach out to you? Because all we need you to do is focus on moving here to Portland. We'll take care of the rest. And they're like, oh my God, you guys are the best, like, period. We show up, it's 6% every time. And we get our huge referral check because San Fran's a juicy market, or wherever it is. We got a lot of these. And like, you just got to word it right. Like, hey, we're going to take care of you. It's a tough process moving here. Mm-hmm. So we've gone through this now. We're really getting good at it. Obviously, I spit that off like it's no problem. It's just going down these paths. And that's the power that video has enabled us to have.
So you said something interesting. I'll make sure people pick up on it. You said that, yeah, you're not going to generate a ton of seller leads. And that's pretty accurate because you're targeting reloads in, so they're purchasing. But it's what you do with the relationships that you've met. This is a meeting point. The value, you guys, 100%. Is not in the transaction that they sold. And if that's the way that you're hanging your hat on, you're very short-sighted, and you're a transactional salesperson chasing a bunch of business. You're not running a business. Because what's going to happen is that in 3 to 5 years, these fuckers are going to move anyways. Especially relocations. They usually buy. We
already have one in less than a year who wants to move.
There you go.
He called us
because they're going to buy safe at first until they test it. So if they are buying, they're buying a 3 to 5 year, more than likely. But it's what you do with that relationship over the 3 to 5 years, because in 3 years' time, that shit will all be turning over. And as long as you stay in touch with those people after they close with you, that's where the money's at. That's where the money's at. The acquisition is a quarter of the battle.
And you have this cute little email drip that might work, or you have some automated post or something. We have a freaking YouTube channel that we upload 3 videos a week that is dripping on them. These people now who move here and buy houses, they're our friends. They still watch every one of our videos and text us. And like, we have a natural drip plan that these people just continue to watch and watch and watch. Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool. I like it, man. Any other points you guys want to go ahead and add to our listeners, and we'll go ahead and get this one wrapped.
You ain't on YouTube. You are way behind, man. Just do it. It is life-changing, literally.
Just do it. And folks, whatever you do, get out video, whether you call us for help or you follow these guys, whoever, like, just do it. I don't care what you do. Just do it, because don't get mad at like the agent in your office like it's all this business next year because they got on YouTube and you didn't. It's on you. No one's going to force you to get on camera.
You got 2 agents with 3 years combined. That's it.
But there's not a better skill in the world to learn. Could you agree on that? Like, you learned how to edit. How valuable is that skill? How valuable is it to learn how to script? How valuable is it to learn how to shoot videos on a cell phone? Every video we do is on a cell phone. All mine are done on a cell phone, except my custom 100%. Ones. So you don't 100%. Need fancy equipment. You need a good story. You need a good strategy. Then you should do it consistently.
Exactly. And that's the whole thing when you talk about the equipment. Like, we've looked at everything, like whether it was the Sony 6500s, the Canon, whatever. Dude, we ended up with the GoPro Hero 7 Black.
Yep.
We've got probably under $1,000 in total equipment. We probably bought more than that and trying to figure it out, So we actually, we have an equipment list. We sell it. People can get on our Facebook groups or whatever, just ask us for it. We have a video.
My equipment list is $82.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the equipment I use for my own videos, because I tried it all. You don't need it at the end of the day. It's in the editing. The videos look good in the editing and the story.
There's even a clip-on Wilkey lens for your cell phone. It's like $35 on Amazon, and it'll make your cell phone like extra wide. And that's
using one right now.
Yeah, on my
exactly.
Laptop. So exactly.
Very cool. Well, you guys, go ahead and take the floor. Let our listeners know how they can learn more about what you guys do and all of that fun stuff.
Basically, we have the Living in Portland, Oregon channel. And since there's no competition, if you want to check out a brand new one that we're building and follow us along Living in Seattle, Washington. But if you want to learn all the tips and tricks, YouTube Agents is our YouTube channel where we teach real estate agents exactly what to do. And then Jesse's new baby that he just built, I'll let him talk about.
Oh yeah, we've got our pro Facebook group. That's the YouTube Agents. And then we also have our training course, which Mike will be selling there through his site. The YouTube Agents Pro course, which could take you all the way from, creating your Google Gmail account all the way to prospecting your leads and closing those clients as they come in. It is probably the most followable course out there. Jax and I have taken many courses and we update it every single month. And that's one thing that we wanted to produce was a product that people could actually use, because we all know that you get into those courses and you get stuck on one thing and it blows the whole thing. So, and then we also provide live training in our pro Facebook group. If anyone has any questions, and they can always hit us up either way.
And the one thing I'll add to that Facebook group is it's not like a post your video and get subscribers. I was in a couple of those and that kills you too because nobody watches it. This is going to be like it's actual training. I do live consultations. I just did one today where we dive into channels, Q&As, and it's going to be a referral system. Any agent who's in there is going to land referrals. We're all going to know where we're from. We have so many people coming from all across the United States and Canada. Dude, we're just going to start handing them out to channel partners. So it's not like a little hold your hand and get subscribers and views type. It's growing channels.
Very, very cool, guys. And thank you for listening to another episode of the Real Estate Marketing Dude podcast. You know where to find me. Folks, if you need help getting on video, let me build the brand. Let me tell you what to say. Let me tell you what to shoot videos on. And let me show you how to do it with your cell phone. And my 8-year-old films these for me. Honestly, if there's no more excuse that you guys can't get on video because I've set it up so you can get on it so damn easy. The only one stopping you is you. So no more fucking excuses. Is that fair, guys?
That's
and
so
if not,
fair.
create these videos. Who cares? Get on video. Folks, that was awesome, dude. That was a really cool show. And don't forget to follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, The Real Estate Marketing Dude. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you listening. We'll see you for another episode. Stay tuned. Keep the reviews coming and spread the word. And like I said, get on video because if you're not marketing your network in local community, guess what? Somebody else is. Peace!
Today's episode may be over, but we have plenty more to keep you busy. To get your complete blueprint for building out a real marketing plan for your real estate business, head over to realestatemarketingdude.com and see if you have what it takes to really become more than just a typical agent. Are you the next real estate marketing dude? Find out here next time on Real Estate Marketing Dude.